So I ghosted my boyfriend on New Year's Eve, and I have not spoken to him since.
Hey y'all, welcome to Sessa's Spill. And today we are spilling about this woman who ghosted a boyfriend. Now, the reason why she ghosted this guy, well, it's gonna surprise y'all. And a lot has been going on with her, and she asked the boyfriend for assistance, and well, he refused and she decided to ghost him. Is that a good enough reason? Well, I want us to go watch why she ghosted her boyfriend before we judge her. And I will be at the end with you guys spilling my thoughts.
Before I get into this, I just want to say that me and my boyfriend, we have been together for a year. Well, almost a year, 11 months. A year on February 2nd, we will have been together. Okay? My boyfriend is also 34, grown man. He also is a homeowner, has a pretty good job, and also has a business that he's starting. So let's start there, right? So recently, I obviously, like you all have known, I have become unemployed. And I have not been able to find a job. I have put in like 30 applications a day. I've got nothing, like barely even an interview. I've gone on 2 interviews. So I've been literally struggling, and I no longer have the funds to afford these bills. Okay. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna keep it together for this. I'm not gonna get stressed out. I no longer have the funds to afford these bills. It's something so crazy about having hundreds of thousands of dollars one day and then the next day having nothing. But that's what's going on right now. And so I am vulnerable with my man, and I go, hey, I'm gonna need to like stay with you for a little while I get myself together. Like, I don't have anything on the rent. And so I'm gonna need to move with you while I get myself together. Mind you, I said he has his own house, his own 3-bedroom apartment in a nice neighborhood. He also has a best friend. His best friend lives with him, mind you, and has been living with him for however many years that he's like lived there, almost the whole time he's lived there. And so I'm like, if his best friend can live with him, why not his girlfriend, you know? So I'm like, hey, I need a place to stay. Which honestly, in hindsight, I should have even have to ask for that. He knew I was struggling. He should have said, hey, let me take something off of your plate. Like, come stay with me so that you can breathe and get this. If he really cared about me, he would have said that, but he didn't. He sat there and he watched me struggle, and then watched me get to the point where I was like, hey, I just need a break. Like, I'm literally so depressed. I'm losing my mind. I can't find anything. Can you please help me? And he said, no. He said, no. He said, no, you cannot live with me. Mind you, living with him is free. Doesn't cost him anything. He said, no. I can't live with him. At first he goes, oh, I like that we have our own places to retreat to when we get into our arguments. And wrong answer. Number one, when we get into arguments, we never leave. Like, we stay in the same room and we continue to talk it out until we work it through, which I think is a really good habit that we have and a really good green flag that we have in our relationship. Yes, do we get into arguments? So does everyone. Yes, do I lose my cool? I'm a woman, but I rein it back in and we figure it out, and nobody goes home. So that's a weird thing to say. We've never even done that. Second of all, that sounds like a problem to me, not a solution. When we get into arguments, we should not be leaving, because what happens when we get married? There is no way to go. We both live in the same house. So maybe that's not a good habit to start. Being that we have not started yet, maybe let's not start that now. On our very first date, I told him that I wanted to be engaged within a year. I said, after a year, I want to be engaged. He said that's plenty of enough time for someone to know whether or not they want to get married or not. This is what he said. We have talked about it, I shit you not, probably 10 times throughout this year. And never once did he say, I don't think this is going well enough for that to be a realistic goal anymore. Never once did he say, hey, like, let's pump the brakes. I don't think that we're doing that well for it to get to that. So I'm thinking we're doing well. We're on schedule. After a year or a year and a half, we'll probably get engaged. Then he goes, I don't think I'm going to live with someone again until I'm married to them, which is some new boundary that he literally just made up, because he's never said that the whole time we've been together. And I go, maybe it's not a good idea that you live with someone after you already got married to them, because what if you guys are not compatible to live together and you don't know that until after you're already married? Then what? That's really dumb, actually. And so I'm like, okay, that's a completely new thing. But granted, it's been a year. We set our goal for a year. Are we going to get married? And he goes, no, that was your goal. Since when was this my goal? It was my goal, but like, I thought we were in agreement because you never said that we weren't in agreement. Clearly, I made all this up in my head, and this was never a goal. I just thought it was a goal because I continuously talked about it, and he never said that it was unrealistic. As a matter of fact, he said the quite opposite, that it was a realistic goal to have. And never once, as we neared to the end of that year, did he ever say, hey, I don't think we're close to being married. So imagine my surprise when he says, I don't think we're close to being married. We still have things to figure out. Because a couple of nights ago, I got super irritated at him and yelled at him and told him to leave my house. And apparently that's enough of a reason for him to be like, whoa, I don't want to marry her. All right. So yeah. And so I said, hey, I'm actually scared that I'm going to be homeless because I said, I'm actually thinking I'm going to be homeless because I don't have a job and these bills keep coming and I can't do it no more. I'm tapped out of resources. And I think I'm going to end up, if you don't let me live with you, I'm going to end up in my car, living in my car, something like being actually homeless. And he goes, well, plenty of millionaires have lived in their car before. What the fuck? So basically he said, yeah, no, I'm not going to help you. I'm sorry that you're dealing with this. I know it's hard, but basically he told me that you never really do have anybody to depend on and you come alone in this world and you are your own person and you should be your number one priority because nobody else is going to be dependable, which I translated to he is not someone I can depend on. Why would I ever marry someone that I can't depend on? I'm a dependable person. I've had friends that I've let stay with me, that I've given a place to stay for free, that I've been able to like say, hey, you can lean on me. Like, don't worry about nothing. Take a break. I got you. So if I can be dependable to my friends, you can be dependable to your girlfriend. It's not a crazy concept. Yeah, we do come in this world alone, but relationships are the whole reason of everything. You should be able to depend on the people around you, on your community. They should be people that you can say, hey, you do owe a responsibility to the people you love and the people you care about. And apparently he doesn't think that way. And I don't think I can be in a relationship with someone who doesn't think that way. And so I decided that I kind of ghosted him. I just stopped talking to him and I probably will never speak to him again. That really turned me off. And yeah, that's why I broke up with my boyfriend, because he said it was okay that I be homeless. I should be homeless while he goes home to his 3-bedroom house in a nice neighborhood and rubs his feet together under his nice comforter set, his nice sheet set, and watches his 70-inch TV on the wall and twiddles his thumbs together while I'm out in my car in the cold. Talking about he's going to get me a blanket for Christmas so I don't be cold. You won't get you a new bitch for Christmas. I ain't even... Alright, I still have not paid my rent as of today. Okay, my rent was due on the 14th. Today's the 20th. So 14, 15, 16, don't judge me. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 6. It's 6 days late. Alright, so let's vote on what guy I'm gonna take advantage. What guy am I going to ask to pay my bills? Because at this point, the pride is out the window. I'm gonna be in my car. What's the use of having pride and you live in your car? So, boom. Number one, this is not gonna be, y'all not gonna be able to read. This is gonna be backwards. My ex, okay? Number one. Now, of course, when I asked him the first time, he told me the answer was no. But you know what I didn't do? Cry. I think I should call him. I think I should call him and cry. Why is this not working? I think I should call him and cry. Write that down in the notes. Okay, number two, Steak 48 guy. He has bought me flowers. He texts me, tells me he has bought me the Dolce & Gabbana Skims, different perfumes he thinks I would like, a bunch of other stuff. I haven't gotten them because I haven't went over to his house, and I feel like that's a part of the deal. So I could also ask him. Now, granted, I did ask him for car note money, and he told me that he would have it for me by the time my car note was due. My car note was due a couple days ago. I didn't remind him though, so I'm saving it because I might need the rent money more than the car note, probably for sure. All right, then we have Steak 48's friend, who I have been politely, this is the fake Apple Pen. This is why you don't buy stuff off the TikTok shop. Steak 48's friend, who I have been politely declining all of his date requests because personally I don't really feel like it. Second of all, I don't know, the situation is just weird. So I don't know about that. But I think if I go on a date with him, since he's been basically begging, I could probably get him to pay the rent maybe. Okay. Then on number 4, Charles. Per my last video. If I make Charles feel bad for how the last time we were talking how it went, might get him to pay the rent. Okay. That's number 4. Number 5, I put 304. It's getting real sticky. It's getting real sticky, real scary, real quick. Number 6, I put rob a bank. I don't know if I can pull that off, but in jail, I hear they feed you 3 times a day, and you got a roof over your head. No rent. Free rent in jail. Okay. Number 7, I put 304 plus rob. I'm trying to be on my Cardi B shit. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. I could also go that route, okay? And maybe that route, once I put them to sleep, maybe I won't even have the 304. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, number 8, last thing on the list, food truck guy. Y'all don't know him. He's not new. He's old. And usually, I just hit myself in the face. Usually when he send me money, he send me at least 200 at a time. But that will also entail me having to go out on a date with him and potentially have to go back to his house. I'm not feeling that one. That one's probably, as a matter of fact, cross that off the list. I don't know how bad I need the rent money, but he gives me weird, creepy vibes, and it's scary. Okay, so let's vote. We got 1, my ex, cry. I need to call him and cry. 2, Steak 48 guy. 3, Steak 48 guy's friend. 4, Charles. 5, 304. 6, do y'all know what 304 means? Look it up if you don't. 6, rob a bank. 7, 304 plus rob a bank, Cardi B shit. Let's vote. And before y'all say number 9 should be get a job. This is upside down. I can't even. Baby, I tried that. I tried to do it the right way. It didn't work. So these are our options. Please vote down below. Thank you. So I ghosted my boyfriend on New Year's Eve, and I have not spoken to him since.
If there's one thing I think we should all learn from this situation from a therapist perspective, is to be careful how people treat you when you are struggling. Some people thrive off of you struggling. In fact, they want to keep you there. They love that you feel depressed. They love that you've lost your job. They love that you're not getting the money, because to them it feeds their ego, and they want to maintain this power balance where they are thriving. They're the person that you can strive to be like, and you are struggling. So be careful of the friends or the partners or the family members who always love it when you tell them about the things that are going wrong in your life. But when you tell them about the things that are going right, the job, the promotion, the weight loss or the weight gain, they struggle to celebrate with you. And again, it's because when you start to thrive, that becomes a hit to their ego, and it also messes up the power balance that they want to create in order to fuel their ego and make themselves feel better. Some of your friends, some of your partners don't actually care about your well-being. They just care about them looking good and you kind of assisting them to look good by you looking bad. And in this situation, I know there's so much more to say, but in this situation with this girl and her ex-partner, this is what seems clear to me, is he thrived off of her struggling. And ladies, if you're looking for a relationship, you need someone who's going to make your life easier, who's going to be there to problem solve and want to help you. Not someone who's going to tell you that millionaires have lived in their cars so you can live in your car, even though they have a 3-bedroom house. It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense.
I just saw a woman share a story about how she told her boyfriend that she has been really struggling financially. She lost her job a couple of months ago. She's been having a hard time finding a new one. And she told him, I'm on the verge of having to sleep in my car. Her man of almost a year curled his lips to tell her there are many successful millionaires whose story started off with them sleeping in their car. Not how can I help you? Not you could live with me in my 3-bedroom home. Not here's a little something. Not any kind of solution, just I'm sure you'll be fine. If a man is truly interested in you, he will try his best to solve your problems. Even if you have to tell the man, you know what? No, you don't have to do all that. And I appreciate the offer, but I'm going to have to decline. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet, but I can't take your money. Even if you have to tell that man no, if he's your man, he should have at least offered. The amount of women in the comment section saying something along the lines of, he didn't have to say yes. He didn't have to say yes. And she doesn't have to stay with a man who's already proven that he'll never be a provider. Because a man who cares about you will never let you struggle when it's in his power to help you. A man that cares about you believes that your problems are his problems. Your victories are his victories. So if he's watching you struggle and he acts like he doesn't care, it's because he doesn't. Marilyn Monroe once said, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. When you get yourself together without his help, never let him come back. He's already proven to you that he's useless. And a man who says he cares about you, but doesn't do anything when you're struggling, that's exactly what he is.
Y'all, am I the only one keeping up with the girl who broke up with her boyfriend? Because she lost her job and couldn't pay her rent for real and asked the man, could she move in so she can get herself together? And he told her millionaires was made sleeping in the car. Am I the only one watching her? Y'all, she passed out at the fucking plasma place today. She trying to raise some money so she can pay her rent this month. She like $80 short. 80, 85, $90 short. She right there. Even in her efforts to scrape the money up to pay rent, bitch, she's still going on dates. She literally got on here the other day talking about, oh yeah, da 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 da, I got 12 offers, da da da. We all like, oh bitch, this must be for a job, girl. They for fucking dates. She had got offers for 12 dates, girl. And I think the biggest thing we can all learn from her is that life keeps going. Life can be bad on this side, but it don't have to be bad all around. You should still have something good to smile about. And what's making her smile is going on these dates, bitch. Literally. I'm entertained. I'm literally on her page, entertained every day. I'm checking it. I literally check her page every day. I gotta see how this ends. Does she find a trick? Does she find a job? What is she gonna do? I'm entertained.
I'm sure we are all, curious to see how this all pans out the way the last guy is curious. Anyway, I do understand her plight, but in this world, nobody owes you anything. I mean, we've seen husbands who have literally abandoned their wives, treated them badly, even though they've, dedicated their lives, their years, to raise babies, raise their home, make their home perfect, beautiful, and whatnot. I mean, so talk more of a boyfriend. I am not surprised. And I really don't think she's expecting or was hoping for too much from him because, come on, we've dated for 11 months. I mean, the least you can do is help me in my moment when I am in need. And just as the therapist said in this video, you have to be very careful of people who mock you or can't help you when you're in your lowest, because definitely they are the real main people. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts? I think she did well by ghosting his sorry ass, because I don't think that guy was ever going to even settle with her or anything, because if you truly care about her, you would help her while she's down. Anyway, right now she's been donating a plasma, or what is it called? I went to actually research to find out what that meant. And she has been donating and feeling dizzy and fainting in between and whatnot, trying to raise finances to settle her rent because she's jobless right now. We wish her all the best, and we hope she gets it sorted out. At the end of the day, women, center yourself, and while you are in your moment, also try not to be a lavish spender, so you can sustain yourself in your rainy days. That is what I think. Anyway, guys, leave your thoughts to me in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.